Divorce can be a difficult and emotionally draining process, but it doesn't have to be that way. There are options available to help make the transition smoother for both parties involved. In this video, we'll discuss what these options are and how men can benefit from them in order to find a peaceful resolution in their divorce proceedings. We'll also provide facts and figures on the prevalence of divorce across different countries and give actionable advice so that viewers can save their marriage or support their children through mediation if they decide to file for divorce after all. So keep watching until the end if you want to get the most out of this information. Divorce mediation is an alternative dispute resolution method used during family law cases, such as divorces. It's typically less expensive than traditional litigation in court, as well as more time efficient since there is no need for waiting periods between hearings or court appointments. Everything takes place within one session with both parties present at once. Mediation also allows couples more control over how they choose to end their marriage because each individual has equal footing when negotiating terms, rather than relying on a judge or arbitrator who may not take into account personal circumstances that could significantly impact decision-making processes, for example, child custody arrangements. Plus, it gives both individuals an opportunity to express concerns without fear of being judged by someone outside of their relationship dynamic, which helps maintain civility throughout negotiations even when emotions run high. Despite its advantages though, statistics show that very few people actually opt for mediation when faced with a potential separation or legal battle over assets. Only about 10% of divorcing couples seek out professional assistance before heading off to court, according to data gathered across different countries like USA 5%, UK 5%, Australia 6%, Canada 13%. This low rate could potentially be attributed towards lack of knowledge regarding its existence, particularly amongst men who may view it as an unnecessary expense, but understanding the benefits associated with it cannot be overemphasized enough. Not only does it minimize stress levels due to fewer back and forths between lawyers, counsel lawyers, but it tends to produce results quicker too. Studies have found that around 80% of couples who go through mediation eventually come up with mutually agreeable terms compared to just 40% who engage in regular courtroom proceedings involving multiple attorneys. Insert citation. Actionable advice. Do your research beforehand. Learn about the laws surrounding family matters in your jurisdiction prior to waiting for your first mediation session, and speak to lawyers or family law experts if you have any questions or general concerns regarding the process itself. e.g., costs of mediation, etc. Do not be fearful about asking for help. Seek out professional advice from the right people if needed. Don't rush into making any hasty decisions. Take your time and consider all possibilities, including but not limited to custody arrangements that may affect you and your children. Try not to pinpoint only one party as the faulty person or to apportion blame only our spouse during negotiations, as this will only lead to negative results with no way forward. Accept that it is normal to feel overwhelmed by the process at certain times, but remember that the rare resource is available to guide you every step of the way. Be open to compromise. Both parties must keep penetrating dialogue open with respect to mutual goals. And most importantly, don't give up on working out solutions through mediation, even if you feel like things are unlikely to progress positively. Avoid taking negative steps, such as trying to put together a rest order or putting an empty lawsuit against your spouse before proceeding for mediation session. Stay positive despite feeling overwhelmed on certain days, and always remember why you decided to get married in the first place. This video does not provide legal, financial, or tax advice. The information provided in this video is for informational purposes only and should not be interpreted as legal advice. If you require legal advice, please contact a qualified attorney, for example, by signing up for a free course on our website Divorce Lab Pro. We will connect you with the pre-selected lawyers or other experts you may need. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pre-selected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at Divorce Lab Pro. Understand the legal implications of divorce. All countries have different laws regarding divorce, so it is important to be aware of your rights and obligations under the law. In many cases, there are financial and property considerations associated with a divorce that could affect you in the future. Make sure you take into account all potential costs involved in filing for a divorce. These can include court fees, attorney's fees, mediation or arbitration costs, and any other associated expenses related to dissolving your marriage. Before embarking on a course of action, such as filing for a petition for divorce from your wife, make sure you fully understand what this would mean for both parties financially. Consider what assets may be divided between yourselves if necessary before taking any steps towards legally ending your marriage. If at all possible, try to come to an agreement with your spouse out of court first. This will save time and money in addition to avoiding stressful courtroom visits, which can often make matters worse rather than better when it comes to resolving issues between two spouses who are no longer together as partners but must remain connected through sharing children or other shared responsibilities after their separation. Engage professional help if needed. Couples counselors or mediators can assist with communication breakdowns often encountered during marital disputes by providing impartial advice that allows both sides to express their points clearly, without fear of being judged harshly by those outside the situation. Think carefully about how filing for a petition for divorce will impact not just yourself, but also any children involved in the relationship. Consider their best interests carefully when making decisions that relate directly or indirectly relating to them, such as where they will live. Also remember that even though one parent may move away due to separation, it doesn't necessarily mean they lose contact with their child altogether. Try wherever possible, work out arrangements whereby both parents play an active role in raising their offspring regardless of geographical distance separating them physically from each other, physically speaking, at least sometimes during certain days, weeks, months throughout the year, etc. Take into account how continuing disagreements between ex-spouses over custody agreements, etc. could potentially affect everyone's emotional well-being going forward, especially those most vulnerable, such as young children who don't necessarily understand why mommy and daddy aren't living together anymore, etc. Try wherever possible, keep communication channels open, and refrain from engaging emotionally charged arguments, since this type of approach generally does more harm than good long-term speaking anyway. Remember also that although circumstances like these cannot be changed overnight, instantly patience and understanding go hand in hand here too. So take time whenever necessary before taking action, seek counsel if need be, and think things through thoroughly before deciding upon anything drastic, such as breaking up officially via submitting paperwork requesting official dissolution proceedings at local courts' offices. In conclusion, although navigating through any type of legal matter carries great responsibility and requires considerable effort from all sides involved, especially those going through separation or divorce proceedings, seeking out professional help early on will serve everyone better in the long run, regardless whether the other party agrees upon mediating first or not. Going down this route increases chances of success much higher, since experts know how best handle delicate situations efficiently, whilst simultaneously protecting the rights of each person concerned under applicable laws of their respective country residence. Furthermore, opting mediated settlement is usually a faster, cheaper solution than prolonged litigation. Front courts plus offers the chance to reunite two estranged individuals provided relevant conditions are met. Therefore, take initiative and act now to ensure smooth transition, future life safety for your loved ones regardless of the outcome. Chosen course action. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pre-selected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at Divorce Lab Pro.